In this video, we're going to see how you can create a new fungible token via Hedera token service in 10 minutes or less. We're going to connect to the Hedera testnet, then we'll use the Hedera JavaScript SDK to create a new fungible token using Hedera token service. When creating the token, an initial supply is minted and transferred to our Hedera account. We'll then verify the token balance on our account. Starting the timer now so we can track how long it takes to complete the sequence. So we've already got the repo checked out from the first hello world sequence. So I'm just going to cd one directory up and into the HTS FT SDK. Close all the additional files, open up this directory in VS Code, and I'm going to copy the .env file from the create fund account hello world sequence into the current directory, and then alright, now I've got a .env file and it's the same one as before. So I've got all the fields except for JSON RPC URL. So I'm just going to do an npm install, and while that's running in the background, we're installing Hashgraph SDK, the Hedera JavaScript SDK, as well as .env to read in the .env file. Alright, so let's open up the script. Now let's take a look at step 1. These fields that we'll be filling in step 1, they're explained in greater detail in this expandable section here. But for now, let's just modify the ones that are necessary. That's the comment for step 1, and we're going to be modifying the parameter values for set token type. That one will be set to fungible common, that's for fungible tokens. Token name, that will be set to any string that you like. Use your nickname if that you prefer. I'm going to use BGUIZ, and for the symbol, that's typically all caps. I'm going to use BGZ, and for decimals, we're going to set 2. So that's similar to cents in that there's 2 decimal places. And for initial supply, I'm going to set that to 1 million. So there'll be 1 million units of this token. All right. So then for step 2, we're going to use something else apart from the SDK to query a mirror node API. That's just a simple HTTP request, right? And so in this step, we're going to just copy that URL. Paste that in, and the reason for the backticks is so that we can have substitution of token ID and account ID in that URL. So it's going to call testnet.mirrornode.hedera.com and then an API path. Alright, now we're ready to run the script. Node script hts-ft.js, and there we go. So it's output an account ID, a token ID, token explorer URL, and token balance, as well as account balance fetch API URL. Now, if account token balance is undefined or empty, you can always just curl the URL, curl.url again, and it'll give you an output. Just remember to put quotes around the URL, and so that will output the balance, as you can see here. All right, let's open up Token Explorer URL, copy that, and in a browser, navigate that to that hashcan, and we can see over here that we've got a fungible token. We can see that's got a name, BigWiz coin, and symbol BGZ. That matches what we've set. The treasury account matches our own account ID. And the token supply is 10,000, which is over here. So the reason why that's not a million is because, remember, we set decimal places. So 1 million cents is $10,000, kind of similar to that. And we'll see that there's 2 decimal places. All right, So that took us about 5 minutes to complete, and let's do a quick recap. So first, we used the token create transaction from Hedera JavaScript SDK to create a new fungible token and mint an initial supply to our own account. Then we checked the token balance using two different methods, using a mirror node API as well as using Hashcan, which is the network explorer. All right. Thanks for following along. This sequence was one of several Hello World sequences. Do check out the other sequences too.